The following is an exclusive sports presentation of the RVA Sports Network. And my friends, we welcome you courtside at Mills Godwin High School as it's time for the RVA Sports Network High School Basketball Game of the Week. It is a back-to-back two-night affair. One game tonight, a doubleheader tomorrow night as we hit the home stretch of the regular season and get set for a brand new era in high school basketball playoff action. How are you, friends? Rob Witham along with you. We looked a couple of weeks ago looking for games that would have major interest and major effects on postseason implications down the stretch of the regular season, and you're going to be hard-pressed to find a better one than the one that we have in front of us here tonight. As in Region 5B, Mills Godwin currently 13-6 and currently the number 5 seed in the region, hosting tonight Meadowbrook at 12-7, a worse record, but because of strength of schedule, a better power rating, and they come in as the number 3 seed in Region 5B. None of those seedings are final. We have a ton of action to go. For Mills Godwin especially, the next 48 hours, really the next 30 hours, are going to decide what happens to them and the trajectory of their postseason, and let's explain. In Region 5B, the top 8 teams out of 15 make the tournament, and if you are in the top 4, you host a quarterfinal game a week from tomorrow, Friday, February 16th. Right now, Godwin, the 5 seed, they are 1 point behind number 3 Meadowbrook, and in between the two, number 4 Douglas Freeman, getting set to tip tonight against Lee Davis. Tomorrow night, Mills Godwin goes to Douglas Freeman. That's a big enough rivalry as it is. But if the Eagles could get a win here tonight over Meadowbrook and then head over to Freeman and knock off the Rebels on the road tomorrow night, Mills Godwin could be hosting a region quarterfinal a week from Friday. But if they stumble here tonight and they stumble tomorrow night on the road at Freeman, Godwin pretty much knows they'll get in the postseason. But to win it, they'll have to go on the road. In Region 5B, both boys and girls. Quarterfinals are next Friday, February 16th. The top 4 seeds will host in the boys. Girls' games will take place at the top 4 boys' locations. Some of them you may see a doubleheader, depending upon if the seeding of the schools are the same. Most likely, you won't see that. Not a great advantage for the girls, simply because, for the most part, you're probably not going to get that home field, that home court advantage, but on the boys' side, you will. The following week, semifinal action for the boys will take place at Meadowbrook High School, semifinals for the girls at J.R. Tucker, and then we'll crown Region 5B champions for the very first time on Friday night, February 23rd. Girls at 5:30, boys at 7:30, those games at Meadowbrook High School. Now, Meadowbrook was the predetermined tournament site, but it just so happens that their boys team is number 3 right now in the Region 5B boys seedings. They want to get a win here tonight over Godwin, get some big bonus points over a 13-win team. The Region 5B, the way it works in terms of the points, the power points, is similar to what they do in football. It's got a little bit of a difference to it. More points are involved, but you're able to get 2 bonus points every time for every win of a team that you defeat. And with Meadowbrook coming in tonight with 12 wins, Mills Godwin's looking for 24 bonus points. Conversely, Meadowbrook with a win tonight over 13-6 Mills Godwin, they pick up 26 bonus points. LC Bird currently ranked number 1, and by a pretty good margin. Strength of schedule has a lot to do with that. Varina in second, and then about a point behind them in third is Meadowbrook. Freeman in fourth, as we mentioned. Godwin in fifth, exactly 1 point behind Meadowbrook in third, and less than three. It's about 0.375, almost less than 0.4 of a point behind rival Freeman for that fourth and final home game in the quarterfinals next Friday. Prince George currently 6th, Henrico 7th, Highland Springs, after losing last night against Atlee, precariously holding on to 8th with Matoaka just behind them, and Glen Allen still in the mix as well, as they get to tip off here in momentarily against Hanover. We will take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a moment. Starting lineup coming up next here on the Game of the Week on the RBA Sports Network. Back live here at Mills Godwin High School and set for the Game of the Week here on the RBA Sports Network. It is 12-7 Meadowbrook, 13-6 Mills Godwin. Again, Meadowbrook, third seed going into tonight's action in Region 5B. Mills Godwin, the number 5 seed. The team in between them is Douglas Freeman at 4. They're getting set to play Lee Davis tonight, and they host these Eagles tomorrow night. For Meadowbrook, one more game on their schedule after tonight, and that's a big one, against the current top seed in Region 5B, LC Bird, early next week. And again, all the region information for 6B, 5B, and 4B. No brackets are set yet because there's still action to go, but dates and locations so that you can start making plans to come out and join us for postseason tournament action. All available right now. Just look for the article, New Era of Region Basketball. Scroll down the page at RBASportsNetwork.com. That's RBASportsNetwork.com. It is time. Starting lineups being announced right now for Mills Godwin. Starting lineups complete for Meadowbrook. Had a good JV game just beforehand. Godwin zoomed out to a 17-4 lead after a quarter. And then Meadowbrook chipped away and chipped away. Had a chance to win, lost it late. A technical foul with a few seconds to go sealed it. And Mills Godwin defeated Meadowbrook in JV action in a good game. 55-50 was the final score there. For Mills Godwin, again, it's very simple. Get a win tonight, get a win tomorrow night at rival Douglas Freeman. And then they have Maggie Walker Tuesday night. They could end on a winning streak and probably grab a home game in the region quarterfinals next Friday night. For Meadowbrook, it's very simple, too. They're at 3, and they want to stay in the top 4. Get a win here tonight. That would pretty much seal it. And obviously an upset win over LC Bird next week would definitely seal it. But even if they go 1-1, win tonight, lose against Bird, A win here tonight should effectively clinch a home game for these Monarchs a week from Friday. We mentioned first of 2 nights of the game of the week. We're in Hanover County tomorrow night for the doubleheader. Hanover at Lee, 6 Eastern here on our YouTube channel. Tip control by Meadowbrook, and we are underway on the RVA Sports Network and get a very quick whistle. Clock issue, and they will have Meadowbrook bring it in at midcourt. 4 seconds elapse, and we're underway. Monarchs moving left to right across your PC, tablet, or mobile device as Isaiah Richardson handles the point, looking to go inside. McDonough's going to steal it and get it over to Coggshall. Down court to O'Shea. O'Shea to Thomason in the left corner. Bradley will kick it out to Corey. O'Shea signing with MIT for baseball yesterday in National Signing Day. Congratulations to him. Coggshall, corner O'Shea, bounce pass inside. Nothing there, so back out to Thomason. O'Shea thought about a shot, didn't take it. Get it over to Tomlinson. He'll put up the jumper. It's no good. And Javion Patterson grabs the rebound. Quickly down court to Greg. Amandre Gregg, the sophomore. Whip it around. That's Mason with it. Cross-court pass to Greg. Greg looks to drive. Shot blocked by McDonough. Quickly to O'Shea. O'Shea doesn't see numbers. Flips it to Thomason in the corner. Inside. Tyshawn Jackson shot up and good. First points of the game to Jackson in the interior for Mills Godwin. The Eagles up 2-0, 1:20 into the game. Double team in the corner, and we're going to get a foul on Godwin on the double team. And the foul will be on Jackson, who just scored the basket a moment ago. Mason will inbounds it. Gets it to Richardson. Back to Mason. Look, trying to get inside to Tyrone Coley. Not available yet. In the lane. Shot too strong. Coley's there. Puts it up. In and a foul. Tyrone Coley for 2 and a chance at the 3-point play. It's Coggshall with the foul. His first. 2 team fouls on the Eagles, and the Monarchs look to take their first lead of the evening. The free throw up, back iron, no good, and the easy rebound comes out to McDonough. Scott McDonough also signing yesterday at National Signing Day here at Mills Godwin. O'Shea right at the circle. Over to Coggshall. Michael bounce pass, the kick out. Thomason, baseline 3, no, in and out. Rebound, Coley for Meadowbrook. 2-2 tie, 2 minutes in. In the corner, Patterson. Double team, gets away from it. Keeps the dribble alive. Over to Richardson. Richardson up top, backs it out. They reset. Greg, left side, Mason now. Mason up top. Patterson, long 3. Good. Javion Patterson not afraid to unload from beyond the top of the key. 5-2 Meadowbrook. O'Shea in the lane, lost it. Coley, quick outlet pass, and a jam for Patterson. He's got 5. It's a 7-0 run for Meadowbrook. 7-2 Monarchs, 5:20 to go first quarter. Little bit of pressure. Thomason fires it. Pass inside. Shot up. And Coggshall gets the kind roll off the glass for 2. 7-4, Meadowbrook up 3. 3 minutes gone by first quarter. Mason over to Greg, left side, back to Mason. O'Shea on him, whip it to Richardson, right corner. Up top to Greg. Nice perimeter passing. Monarchs looking for that seam to try to attack. Haven't found it yet. Greg up top to Mason. Mason, bounce pass, down the baseline drive. Hanging, shot, up, back iron, no. Rebound, out of bounds. It'll go to Mills Godwin off of Coley. Douglas Freeman leads Lee Davis 18-11 after a quarter tonight. And again, Freeman, the team in between these two in the Region 5B standings right now. 4:30 to go, first quarter. Meadowbrook up 7-4. O'Shea across the timeline, eludes the double team. Bounce pass, shot up good. McDonough on the baseline. Nice patience there by the Eagles pays off, and it's 7-6. Eagles respond with a 4-0 run of their own to cut the lead down to 1. Ezekiel Edwards into the game now for Meadowbrook. He's working the baseline. Mason left side, kicks it out. Richardson a reset up top. Over to Patterson, who has 5 of the 7 Meadowbrook points. The give and go to Javion. Nice floater in the lane is good. Beautiful move by Patterson. 7 out of the 9 belong to him. It's 9-6 Monarchs, 3:48 first quarter. Coggeshall. Bounce pass over to Thomason, right side. Bradley's going to drive. Put it up. No good, but draw the foul. And Thomason to the free throw line. Patterson will commit his first foul. That's the first team foul tonight on Meadowbrook. First free throw is good. Makes it 9-7. Second shot, nothing but net, 9-8. 3:40 to go here in the first. Richardson up top, 3:30 in the first quarter, 9-8 Meadowbrook. Coley in the corner. And we're going to get a travel on Richardson. Tried the head fake, slid the pivot foot. And the turnover to the Eagles. Nice Thursday night crowd here. Eagle fans, of course, anticipating the trip over to 3 Chopped Road tomorrow night for their annual showdown with Douglas Freeman. Teams met earlier this year here, of course. What a history those two schools have had since Mills Godwin came on the scene back in the late 70s. Driving is Thomason. Patterson blocks it. Gets over to McDonough. His shot is no good off the front of the iron. Rebound Coley. They get it down to Patterson. He'll hang in the lane. Put it up. Off the back iron. No. McDonough with the rebound. Quickly to O'Shea. 2:55 in the first. Open. Jump shot. Too strong. Two Monarchs fight for the ball. Goes out of bounds. Saved by Godwin. And it's McDonough who grabs it out of nowhere and is able to lay it off the glass for 2. And the Eagles reclaim the lead at 10-9. 2:37 first quarter. Moses Franklin in the game for the Monarchs. Kicks it over to Patterson up top. Richardson left side. Got it to Coley. Baseline McDonough on him. Quick double team. Richardson to Franklin. Back to Isaiah. Whip it to Coley another time on the baseline. Nothing there. Meadowbrook being patient. Edwards, top of the key. He'll put up a jumper. Too strong. And the rebound to Godwin. That's Jackson with the board. Bounce pass. Kicked. And Godwin will reset and put the ball in bounds. And substitutions coming in. Dan Beal into the game. Trayvon Booker will check in for the Eagles as well. 2:06 to go first quarter, and Godwin with the 1-point lead at 10-9. O'Shea gets it into Thomason in the corner. Get it up top. That's Booker. Booker, 2 dribbles. Back to O'Shea, who helps him up at the top. They'll reset. Beal with it now. Edwards on him. Drive down the lane. Shot good, and a foul. Tyshawn Jackson was essentially left alone. Defensive breakdown there. And they'll put the foul on 32, Ezekiel Edwards, and Tyshawn Jackson with a chance to complete the traditional 3-point play. And does. 5 points for Jackson, 13-9 Eagles. Biggest lead tonight for Godwin with 1:43 left in the first. Richardson over to Franklin. Whip it around left side. That's Mason. Back over to Franklin for 3, and he gets it. Nice form on that shot from Moses Franklin. Hand in his face. Nothing but net. 13-12. Godwin's lead down to 1. Final 1:20 of the first. Give and go bounce pass. Shot blocked, out of bounds. It'll stay with Godwin. Thomason to Beal. But Darius Saunders was there as a wall defensively for Meadowbrook. They'll get it inbounds. O'Shea with it. Kick it out. Beal. Over to Booker for three. In and out, no. And the rebound to Richardson. Looking down court. Nobody there. Fires it to Mason. Back to Richardson. Left side. Franklin again. This one off the front of the iron. No. And the rebound. Fought for on the floor. Beal had it. Lost it. Meadowbrook had it. Lost it. They get it back at midcourt. Richardson will back out. Final 47 seconds. First quarter. Monarchs can retake the lead here. Edwards in the corner. Whip it around to Mason. They get Franklin open for three. Good. Moses Franklin, his second three from the exact same spot on the floor. 15-13 Meadowbrook, final 30, first quarter. O'Shea working the point. Works it around left side. Franklin on him. Got a screen, passed it off. Booker with it. Pass inside, deflected, taken away by the Monarchs. Final 13 of the quarter. Mason, three. Good. Alfonso Mason for three. Final seconds. Drive Jackson. And they're not going to get a shot off in time. Meadowbrook fires off a big run. 9-0 to end the first. We end one tonight here at Mills Godwin. Meadowbrook 18. Mills Godwin 13. Back after this. Live on the Game of the Week on the RVA Sports Network.
Sheehy Ford of Ashland, with the largest inventory of Fords in the Mid-Atlantic, says fall head-over deals. Up to 40% off MSRP or 0% financing for up to 72 months. Sheehy is proud to present its Military Appreciation Program with savings and additional discounts for active duty, military reserve, retired military, dependent families, and now law enforcement. It's easy at Sheehy. Sheehy Ford of Ashland, Route 1 just south of Ashland. Online at SheehyFordAshland.com.
Incorporated has been serving the Richmond and surrounding areas since 1923, offering the finest in home heating oil and propane gas. They also offer professional service and installation of standby generators, tankless water heaters, gas logs, and gas or oil furnaces. Call them today for all of your heating needs at 355-1721. That's 355-1721. Massey, Wood and West.
Well, it's Moses Franklin who provides the spark there in that 9-0 run. 18 points in the first for Meadowbrook, 7-0 run, and then a 9-0 run. And they lead at 18-13 as Godwin gets the ball on the alternate possession to start the second quarter. Rob Witham along with you live here on the RVA Sports Network. Thanks for turning down the sound to Duke, Carolina, and joining us tonight. Thomason will drive the lane and nobody will stop him. And Bradley keeps the dribble alive and gets in for two off the glass. 18-15. Meadowbrook lead now 3. Mason gets it to Coley. Up top, there's Franklin. To Richardson right side. Back up top to Franklin. Quick pass to Richardson on the left. Looking across court and out of bounds. Comes right zooming past our broadcast position into the bleachers, and a turnover to the Eagles at 7:22 to go at the half. Fans, at the half, we will keep you posted and get you updated on all the latest playoff news, help you understand what to expect as we get set for postseason basketball beginning next Friday, February 16th. That's coming up after the half here on the Game of the Week. Thomason gets away from Franklin, but Franklin recovers and partially blocks the shot. He'll come up with the board. Moses looking to drive with the left hand. It's good. And Moses Franklin has 8 points for Meadowbrook. 20-15 Monarchs. Coming up on 6:50 to the half. Thomason to Coggeshall. Michael, one dribble, picks it up inside to Beal. Beal kicks it out. Booker. Booker in the lane. Shot blocked. Fight for the board. Tie up. Grab by Meadowbrook. Coley gets it. Outlet pass. Mason. He'll look to drive. Put it up. Good. Timeout. Mills Godwin. little confusion after the basket, and they get that taken care of. It is a 30-second timeout for Mills Godwin. After the basket makes it Meadowbrook 22 and the Eagles 15. At the half tonight, girls action across the river. Cosby leading Clover Hill 32-12. Titans, of course, getting set for Region 6B tournament action. They'll get underway soon as well. And again, at the half, we'll break it all down for you. What we have, we are still endeavoring, fans, to get tournament information from Regions 2A, 3A, and 3B. And the problem we're having is that people are, when we're asking for it, some are assuming that we're thinking that the brackets are set. And we know the brackets are not set, but we do know that dates are set and locations are set. It's either going to be predetermined site or higher seed. And so that's the information we're trying to get to you. We've got it for 3 regions. We'll talk about it coming up at the half. Thomason with the ball, and we just lost the clock and the scoreboard. And the officials immediately called timeout. Godwin will have to reset on the inbounds. They get it put back in, and it's still the same. 6:19 to go in the half. 22-15. Monarchs by 7. Godwin currently the 5th seed if the region tournament would start tonight. Meadowbrook the 3rd. In the lane, a kick out. Thomason for 3. Back iron, no. Rebound, fought for, and Patterson comes up with it and will get a foul on McDonough of Godwin. First on McDonough, 3rd team foul. Not a lot of fouls in the game so far. 3 on Mills Godwin, 2 on Meadowbrook, and nobody has more than 1. Franklin will walk it across the timeline at 6:03 to go to the break. 22-15. Franklin, left side, into the corner. It's Patterson. Patterson over to Franklin, left wing. Cross-court pass to Mason. Mason trying to tell Coley to get set. Up top, that's Richardson. Back to Mason. Doesn't like what he sees inside. They'll whip it around to Franklin. A 3 ball is short. Long rebound comes out to Jackson. Quickly down court, it's Thomason in the lane. Kick out. Jackson for 3. Good. Tyshawn Jackson has 8 of Godwin's 18. 22-18. Meadowbrook ball up 4, 5:23 to the break. Franklin, top of the circle. Coach Oliver resets, and they'll start the next play. Screen set didn't work. Franklin around to Mason, left wing. Excuse me. Mason bounce pass almost stolen by O'Shea. Looking to get it inside to Coley. Stolen away by Godwin. O'Shea going down the court quickly. Franklin tries to steal it from behind. Can't. Coggeshall picks up the dribble, needs help, gets it. And they'll reset with Thomason up top. 4:50 to go in the half. 22-18. Eagle ball down 4. Looking inside, had Jackson wide open and missed it. Bounce pass in the corner. Coggeshall gets it inside. McDonough reverse layup attempt, no good. Patterson, good defense there. And we're going to get a foul, a push. McDonough with the body on Patterson at midcourt. That's 2 on Scott. And there is our first foul trouble of the evening. At 22-18, Meadowbrook, Beal is going to check in for McDonough. Mason will inbounds to Richardson. 4:30 to the break. Meadowbrook ball up by 4. Ezekiel Edwards back into the game. He'll set the screen for Patterson. Pass up top to Coley. Now the big man working the top of the key. Bounce pass over to Richardson. Richardson looks inside. Coley opened briefly, couldn't get it to him. And now Coach Oliver wants a timeout. Not very happy with what he's seen developing on the court. It's a 30-second timeout for Meadowbrook, up 22-18 with 4:12 to go here in the first half. Tomorrow night, fans, final game of the week of basketball season, as it'll be a doubleheader. Rivalry night in the heart of Hanover County. The Hawks of Hanover come in to take on the Raiders of Atlee. We'll have the girls' game at 6, the boys' game 7:30 or so. Doubleheader tomorrow night here live and exclusively on the RVA Sports Network. Then stay with RVA Sports Network on Twitter, on Facebook, on social media, and at RVASportsNetwork.com. Your one-stop shop for all things basketball playoffs all the way to state championship weekend, March 8th, 9th, and 10th at the Siegel Center at Virginia Commonwealth University. The game of the week will return live on our YouTube channel in March with spring sports on the way. Baseball, softball, and much more. Out of the timeout, Meadowbrook ball up by 4. We are halfway through the second quarter. Picked up the dribble up top. They get it to Patterson. He'll reset with a pass to Mason. Back to Patterson, left wing to Coley in the corner. Looking for the give and go, didn't happen. Up top, Richardson. Patterson working around quickly. He'll look to drive the lane. Left hand, put it up short. Rebound up, no. Fight for the board. Patterson gets it. Up top, no, too strong. And we get a rebound and a foul on 22. Coley, his first, Meadowbrook's third. And Godwin got the rebound. They will take it out 88 feet from the basket. Darius Saunders will check back in. Coley to the bench. It's a 4-point Meadowbrook lead. Godwin with the basketball coming up on 3:30 to the break. They just hit the half. Lee Davis and Douglas Freeman. The Rebels 29, the Confederates 16. Thank you, our good friend Michael Pappas, for updates there tonight. Inside pass almost stolen by Edwards. They get it to Thomason. He'll drive the lane. Hang, put it up. No, but a blocking foul and 2 shots coming for Thomason. Foul on Richardson. That's his first and the 4th team foul against Meadowbrook. First shot is up and good. Thomason 3 for 3 at the line tonight, and he's got 5 total points. Second shot, no good, but the rebound, but we're going to get a foul off the rebound on Jackson. And for Tyshawn, that's his second. So 22-19 our score. Meadowbrook ball up to 3 minutes to the break. Edwards in the corner, up top to Patterson. Javion looking for room to move. Has it. Floater again, left hand. Again too strong. Got his own rebound. Put it up, partially blocked. Got another rebound and will go to the line. Patterson working hard down low, and he'll get rewarded as it'll be a foul on Dan Beal, his first. Now 6 on the Eagles. So the next one puts the Monarchs in the bonus for the rest of the half. And at 2:48 to the break, 2 shots coming for Patterson to extend the lead. First shot up and rattles in. Javion had those early quick 7 points. That's his first point in over a quarter. He's got 8. Franklin has 8. They lead Meadowbrook in scoring right now. One more coming for the left-hander. It's up. And it rolls off the front of the rim. No good. And Beal gets the rebound. 23-19 Monarchs. 2:42 to the break. Thomason up top. Pass over to O'Shea, right wing. Corey looking for help. Gets it over. Beal looking to work inside. Kick it out. 3-pointer back iron. No. Thomason skies for the rebound. Gets the pass right back. Kicks it over in the lane. Looking for room. Shot. No. Rebound to Patterson. Booker had a shot at it because couldn't connect. Javion down the lane, hanging, putting it up. Too short. Rebound Thomason, and then Edwards will tie him up. No, they're going to call a foul on Ezekiel Edwards, and that's 2 on Ezekiel. Thought they were going to get the held ball situation, but instead it's the 5th team foul on Meadowbrook, and now 2 on Ezekiel Edwards. First Monarch with multiple fouls. He'll stay in for the moment with about 2 minutes to go in the half. 4-point game. Eagles down 23-19. We're under 2 to play now. O'Shea. Cogasol had it, lost it, and he's going to step on the midcourt stripe. It's over and back. Turnover to Meadowbrook. Mason will check in. Richardson will have a seat. Monarch basketball. And quickly Mason for 3. Rattles in and out. Hangs off the front of the rim. No good. Edwards had skied for the board, but because it stayed on the rim, he couldn't grab it, and Godwin gets it instead. Coggeshall wide open for three. Good! That's a huge three for the Eagles. Make it 23-22 with 1:30 to go in the half. Patterson brings it across the timeline, flips it to Mason, right side. Back to Patterson, around. Saunders, whip it around again. Long three ball on the way is no good, and the easy rebound to Beal. O'Shea, bounce pass, corner. Shot off the top of the rim, no good. Rebound to Patterson. Monarchs looking to run. Javion drives, hangs in the lane, floater short, rebound, kicks out, shot, no. Rebound, foul on Meadowbrook. It's on Patterson, and now he's got two. And so your foul trouble right now, McDonough and Jackson with two on Godwin, Patterson and Edwards with two for Meadowbrook. 1 point game, Godwin ball, 55.9 left to halftime. Corner, Coggeshall again, three, in and out, no good. Did everything but go through. Rebound to Edwards. Edwards to Richardson. Isaiah looking to drive. Floater in the lane, it goes in. And Isaiah's first points of the night, up the lead to three. Final 30 of the half, 25-22 Meadowbrook. Good action here on the game of the week tonight. Glad you're with us on this special Thursday night edition down the home stretch of the basketball regular season. Coggeshall with it at 17. Keeps the dribble alive. Richardson on him. Got to get it away, does. Thomason with it, down to 7. Tries to get a screen from Beal, does, flips it out. Three-pointer on the way, too strong. Rebound shot blocked by Edwards out of bounds as time expires. We are at the half. And our score, the Mills Godwin Eagles find themselves trailing by 3. It is Meadowbrook 25, Mills Godwin 22. Back with halftime festivities, which include a look ahead to region tournaments in 6B, 5B, and 4B. And we'll talk about our game of the week coming up tomorrow night. Big doubleheader to wrap up our regular season basketball coverage. That's all coming up next year as the game of the week rolls on the RBA Sports Network. Come on back in, fans. Join us here at Mills Godwin High School. Rob Witham along with you. The Godwin dance team just finishing up a halftime performance. It is 25-22 Meadowbrook here at the break on this Thursday night edition of the high school basketball game of the week. Tyshawn Jackson leads Mills Godwin with 8 points. He also has 2 personal fouls, as does Scott McDonough. He's got 4. Coggeshall has 5 points, as does Bradley Thomason. For the Eagles, Javion Patterson and Moses Franklin lead Meadowbrook with 8 points apiece. 5 for Alfonso Mason, 2 for Coley, 2 for Isaiah Richardson. Moses Franklin hitting almost back-to-back threes during a critical 9-0 run that gave Meadowbrook a 5-point lead after 1. Godwin was able to retake the lead in the second, but then Meadowbrook grabbed it back, and they enjoy the 3-point lead now at the break. We mentioned in the pregame that Meadowbrook currently the number 3 seed entering tonight's action in Region 5B. Mills Godwin the number 5 seed. Right now, here are the seedings. And again, it's not based on records. It's based on bonus points from the VHSL in terms of how each region determines how they come up with their rider point system. And in Region 5B, here's how it stacks up. Right now, LC Bird is the number 1 seed. Varina is 2. Meadowbrook 3. Freeman 4. Mills Godwin 5. Prince George 6. Henrico 7. And just barely an 8th after a loss last night to Atlee, Highland Springs. Matoaka knocking on the door. They have a huge game tomorrow night against Hopewell. If Matoaka could knock off Hopewell, big bonus points there because you get 2 bonus points for every win your opponent that you defeat has. And so beating Hopewell, they'd pick up, 30, 32 points because Hopewell has either 15 or 16 wins. So a huge opportunity for Matoaka to take over and maybe knock Highland Springs out of postseason consideration. Region 5B tournament begins next Friday, the 16th. Only the top 8 out of the 15 teams get in. Boys' top 4 seeds will host doubleheaders, where the girls' quarterfinals will take place first, and then the boys will host a quarterfinal. So, for example, if the tournament had started tonight, based on the latest seedings from yesterday, you would have seen Highland Springs at LC Bird in the first round. You would have seen Henrico at Varina, and ironically, they play each other tomorrow night. You'd have Prince George at Meadowbrook, and you'd have Godwin and Freeman playing each other at Freeman, which is exactly what's going to happen tomorrow night in regular season play. The boys' semifinals will be Tuesday, February 20th at Meadowbrook High School, 6 and 7:45 p.m. Girls' semis for Region 5B will be on Wednesday the 21st at J.R. Tucker High School at the same times. And then the championships of Region 5B will be 2 weeks from tomorrow, Friday, February 23rd, Meadowbrook High School. Girls' final at 5:30, the boys' final at 7:30. Now in Region 6B, everything takes place at the higher seed, which means you may have to take a trip to Franklin County, or you may have to take a trip up north to Riverbend High School in Stafford. Quarterfinals take place on Monday, February 19th. Semis on the 21st, that Wednesday. Championships Friday, the 23rd. And in Region 4B, all 13 teams make the basketball playoffs in boys and girls. There'll be a 12 versus 13 play-in game in both tournaments next Friday, February 16th. The top 4 finishers in Region 4B each get byes to the quarterfinals. First round action will be Monday night, February 19th. The winner of the play-in game will go to the number 5 seed. The 11th seed will go to the 6, the 10 to the 7, and the 9 to the 8. That's both in boys and girls. Winners move on to the quarterfinals, where the top 4 seeds will host on Wednesday the 21st. Semifinals in Region 4B. And now we're talking about Monacan, Midlothian, Powhatan, Hanover, Patrick Henry, Caroline, Dinwiddie, that area. Semis will be on Friday the 23rd, and the championships for Region 4B won't be until Monday, February the 26th. We do have Region 3B's date schedule. Their quarterfinals will be next Friday the 16th. Their semis Tuesday the 20th. Title games Friday the 23rd. All tournament games at higher seed. We're still trying to get the tournament schedule for Regions 2A and 3A, and as we get them, we'll post them for you at rvasportsnetwork.com. That's rvasportsnetwork.com. Meadowbrook.com. Teams are back out. Let's take a quick time out. We'll come back in just a moment, get you set for the second half of tonight's game of the week. It is Meadowbrook 25, Mills Godwin 22. More still to come in just a moment here on the RVA Sports Network. Second half underway here on the game of the week. Rob with them along with you. Meadowbrook leads 25-22 here at Mills Godwin High School, and they get the ball to start the second half. Feed it inside to Coley. Shot short off the rim. Gets his own rebound shot also short. And the rebound to Thomason for Mills Godwin. Thomason, kick out. Jackson drives. Puts it up. High off the glass for two. And Tyshawn Jackson now with 10 points, 25-24. 30 seconds into the third quarter. Franklin on the right side. Looks in the corner. Coley is there. Kick out to Richardson, around to Mason up top. Back to Richardson right side. Corner for Coley. Coley up top to Mason. Meadowbrook looking inside. Nothing developing yet. Patterson's working down there, trying to get it to him. Had it, lost it, got it back, and then loses it out of bounds on a spin move. And the ball turns over to Mills Godwin. Eagles can retake the lead. Down one. We're a minute into the third quarter. Trap at midcourt. Thomason gets it away. Pass, bounce pass, knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Meadowbrook. Franklin getting back nicely on defense. Girls basketball update from our buddy Doug Hines. Glen Allen 19, Hanover 14 at the half. Glen Allen right now the 8th and final seed in the playoffs in 5B. As McDonough travels, working baseline on Patterson, and the turnover to the Monarchs. Hanover needs a win, trying to get back into the top 4 in 4B so they can get a bye to the quarterfinal and a home game in that round a week from Wednesday. 25-24, 6:40 to go in the third. Pass intercepted. Kakashaw gets a hand on it. Quickly down to Thomason. Thomason drives, shot good around Javion Patterson. That was a beautiful play by Bradley. He had to fake Patterson out into thinking he was going to pass the ball. The only way he could get the shot around the taller Javion. And the Eagles are up 26-25. Richardson in the lane. Stops, puts it up, no good. Bodies flying everywhere. Kakashaw with a rebound. Kick out to O'Shea. Quick pass inside. McDonough shot back iron, no. Got his own rebound briefly, or we're going to get a tie-up. Tie-up, that was a pretty quick whistle. It'll stay with Godwin and deserves to do so, as it was 2 arms for McDonough and only 1 for Coley, and he was losing control. Eagles with it. Get it inside. McDonough off the back iron, and it'll get the kind roll. Scott McDonough for 2. He's got 6, and the Eagle lead at 3. It's a 6-0 run in the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. 28-25. Mason, left wing, looking inside. Nothing available. Up top to Richardson. Right side, that's Franklin, who had the 2 big threes in that late first quarter run. Mason drive, kick out. Richardson, 3, good, in the corner. Isaiah Richardson has 5, and we're tied at 28. 5:25 to go, third quarter. McDonough for 3, back iron, no. Long rebound, Jackson gets it. Out to O'Shea, pass inside, tipped out to Bradley. 3 ball, no, and the rebound off of Patterson's hands, but tipped out by Jackson from behind, and it'll be Meadowbrook basketball. 5:10 in the third, tied at 28. Mason thought about a 3, now tries the pass inside. The bounce pass stolen by Thomason. O'Shea quickly down court. Coggeshall back to O'Shea, now to McDonough. He's double teamed, leaves O'Shea open for 3. Good. Corey O'Shea's first points of the night retake the lead for Godwin. 31-28. 4:45 to go in the third. Two teams that could see each other again when the postseason begins. O'Shea breaks up a pass. No, he did not. I thought the official gave the tip sign as in O'Shea had tipped it, and that's why I went to the backcourt. But when Meadowbrook went and got it, Franklin got it, whistle blown, backcourt violation. And Godwin with the basketball up by 3. Man open, shot off the glass, no good. Long rebound, fought for. Patterson will get it. Now from behind, stolen by Jackson, and a foul on Meadowbrook. And it's either going to be the third on Edwards or the third on Patterson, and it's on Edwards. Ezekiel with now 3 fouls, and Eagles ball up by 3. 4:25 left third quarter. Thomason looks over to the coach to get the signal up top. Gets it to Coggeshall. Richardson all over him. Whips around into the lane. Floater up. Back iron. No. Rebound. Coley. Outlet pass. Franklin can't handle it. But they're going to say it was tipped by Thomason. No, they're going to reverse the call now and say, are they? They're going to say it was tipped by Thomason out of bounds. Meadowbrook ball. Rob Smith, number 10 in the game. They get it over to Richardson. His 3 no good, but Smith grabbed the board with the left hand, and he's able to put it in. Smith's first 2 of the night. 31-30. Thomason open for 3. Right side, no. Rebound, McDonough off the glass with the turnaround. Good. Timeout. Mills, Godwin. It's a 30-second timeout for the Eagles. 33-30 with 3:42 to go here in the third quarter. You know, we're going to have at least one and possibly 2 10-win teams in Region 5B, both on the boys and the girls side, not make the playoffs this year. In the first year of this new format, maybe a little bit of feeling out. Will Region 4B keep it everybody in? Will Region 5B expand next year? First year of a new system, there's always kinks you have to work out. Out of the timeout, Meadowbrook with the ball, down 3. Richardson, left wing, up top. That's Smith with the ball. Gets it to Franklin. Franklin to Richardson. Bounce pass over to Patterson. Jumper is good, and they say it's behind the arc for 3. Javion Patterson ties it at 33. 3:12 to go in the third quarter. Booker into the game. Picks up the dribble over to Beal up top. Beal needs some help. O'Shea can't provide it. Now he finally does. Franklin all over him. Corey backs it out. Gets it to Thomason. Thomason to Beal. Beal looking to drive. Left hand. Jumper. Just short. Fight for the long rebound. And it comes out to Patterson. But he's going to throw it down court. And nobody there but O'Shea. So a turnover back to the Eagles. Patterson really stepped out of bounds. Referee missed that call right in front of us here. McDonough gets the dribble, trying to work on Coley. Shot short, rebound. Beal in the lane, turnaround, shot partially blocked. Fight for the board and a foul. The foul's going to go on McDonough, and for Scott, that's his third personal foul. So now McDonough with 3 for Godwin. Edwards has 3 for Meadowbrook. We're tied at 33 with 2:26 to go in the third quarter. Franklin across the timeline, left wing to Richardson. Richardson trying to find Coley inside, can't do it. Smith up top, needs help provided by Isaiah. Left side, Patterson is there. Thomason on him, picked up quickly. Down court, they get it to Coley. Baseline, kick out. Smith, he'll drive the lane with the left hand and put it in for 2. Nice play off the bench. Rob Smith with 4 big points here in the third. Meadowbrook 35, Mills Godwin 33. 1:50 to go third quarter. Booker picked up by Patterson up top. Looking for some help. Patterson's going to take it away from him. Javion down the lane to slam it home. What defensive effort by Patterson. Quickly down court. Thomason's going to drive and draw the foul. Bradley aggressively to the line, and he'll get 2 shots. Foul will be on Smith. That'll be his first. Second team foul on Meadowbrook here in the third quarter. And 2 shots coming for Thomason, who was 3 of 4 at the line in the first half. First shot up, no good off the back iron. It is another 7-0 Meadowbrook run. They've had runs tonight of 7-0, 9-0, and another 7-0 here in the third. And they lead it by 4. Thomason's second shot is good. That ends the run, cuts the margin to 3. 37-34 Meadowbrook, a minute 30 in the third. Pass intercepted. Smith wasn't looking for it. It came straight to Thomason, who will go coast to coast for 2. Miscommunication, and the Eagles take advantage. 37-36, a minute 16 in the third. Wide open for 3. Shot no. Long rebound to Godwin. Jordan Brown into the game. Cross-court pass. Thomason driving the baseline. Kicks it out. Kakashaw for 3. No. Rebound. Jackson. Brown open top of the key. Shot too short. McDonough saved it, but saves it to Richardson. Isaiah quickly down court. Under 50 to go in the third. Backed it out wisely to reset. Nice decision from the point guard for Meadowbrook. 40 seconds, third quarter, 37-36, MBK. Franklin, left side, screen from Smith, looking to bounce pass to Smith, then he traveled. Nice defense, McDonough with 3 fouls, helping get the job done there on the trap. McDonough will come out with those 3 fouls. Freeman leading Lee Davis by 19 after 3. It's 41-22. And again, Godwin Freeman tomorrow night. And a foul on Patterson in midcourt. That's his third personal foul. Not a smart foul there. They're going to need Javion down the stretch, and he's going to go to the bench for the final 22 seconds of the third quarter. Up top, that's Buisson into the game for the first time. Gets it over to Brown. Final 10 seconds of the third. Down to 5. They got to hurry. Brown, he's going to drive, put it up off the glass too strong. Rebound Smith, and they won't get a shot off. And we'll go to the fourth with Meadowbrook with a very precarious 1-point lead. Monarchs 37, Eagles 36. In a game rife with postseason implications for both teams. Meadowbrook's in the postseason. They'll make it. Mills Godwin, based on the current standings and our projection, they would have to collapse. They would have to lose tonight, lose to Freeman, lose to Maggie Walker. And a team like Matoaka or Highland Springs would have to get some major help. But the margin between the 5th-seeded Eagles and the 9th-seeded Matoaka Warriors in terms of rider points is 2. Godwin's at 38.053, and Matoaka is at 36.050. Highland Springs 8th, maybe by a 1/10 of a point now after the loss to Atlee last night, at 36.157 by our calculation. Ready for a good finish? So are we. Settle in, fans. Romp with them along with you. Monarchs, Eagles. 2 teams who have dreams of March. And we start the fourth quarter with the Monarchs having the ball in the 1-point lead. Driving, Richardson, cut off by Brown. Bounce pass up top. That's Mason back in the game. Patterson starts the fourth on the bench with 3 fouls. Coley up top. Gets it back to Mason. Mason to Smith. Trying to work the corner. Now a long cross-court pass. Richardson fakes the 3, goes in the lane. Shot blocked. Buisson gets the basketball for Godwin. Chance to retake the lead. Bounce pass to McDonough. Coley on him. Scott working in the lane. Shot up, in. It rattled and goes in. 10 for McDonough, the lead to the Eagles, 38-37. Mason drives. Pass tipped. Can it be saved by Godwin? Answer, yes. Brown will have it. Cross-court pass, lost, intended for Coggeshall. Out of bounds, turnover to Meadowbrook as Michael started heading toward the basket, and the pass was cross-court, backcourt. Patterson doesn't sit long. He's back in the game, inbound in the basketball. Eagles by 1, 6:50 to go in regulation. 3-pointer Richardson. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Coggeshall. Gets it to Brown. 6:40 to go. Buisson, left wing. Looking to drive. Lost the dribble. Got to get the ball back. Does. Gets it to McDonough. McDonough to Coggeshall. Get it around to Brown. Left wing. Nice fake on the baseline. Kick it out. Coggeshall. Pass. And a foul. Richardson will reach in and commit his second. So 14 fouls on Meadowbrook in the second half. Only 1 on Godwin, but it was on McDonough, and he's got 3, so he's got to be very careful on the floor. The Benadryl can kick in any time now. 6:10 to go in regulation. Eagles ball up 1, 38-37. McDonough in the lane with a left hand. Spins, turns around, and puts it in. Scott McDonough with a beautiful move to his left. 40-37 Eagles. Richardson up to Patterson, working right wing. Javion around to Alfonso Mason up top now. Kick it to Patterson. He'll fire that 3 from the wing. Keeps the dribble alive. Almost slipped. Got it to Coley. Coley bounce pass corner. Richardson shot up. Good, and it's a 3. We're a bit obscured in that far left corner as to whether it's a 2 or a 3. Got to look at the ref's arms. It's a 3, and we're tied at 40. Ball almost lost by Godwin. Picked up by Brown. His pass, though, well over the head of Coggeshall into the Godwin bench. O'Shea and Thomason back in to get some starters back in for the Eagles. Moses Franklin's going to check back in for Meadowbrook. Smith will go to the bench. We're tied at 40. 5:17 left in regulation. Mason across the timeline to Patterson. Javion looks to drive, kicks it out. Richardson, left side, 3-ball on the way, no good. Nice rebound by Franklin. Kick out to Mason. Mason baseline, shot blocked, but a foul. And who's it on? Huge call here. It's on Thomason. McDonough was scared to death they were going to put it on him. It would have been his fourth. So to the line, Mason in the act of shooting grabs a pair here. Chance to retake the lead. First shot, good. And Meadowbrook back in front with exactly 5 minutes left in regulation. First point of the second half for Mason. He's got 6 tonight. And it's 41-40 Monarchs. Second free throw is up, and it'll rattle in. 42-40 Meadowbrook. Under 5 to go. Fantastic finish coming. O'Shea works the right side. Into McDonough. Working on Coley. Inside the cutter. Thomason for 2. Everybody was looking at McDonough. Bradley took off to the hoop. Scott saw him. Great peripheral vision and a travel on Patterson. Getting set to work the top of the key and try to drive the lane. Turnover to Godwin in a 42-42 tie. They are going overtime. Thomas Dale, James River girls. 48 all between the Rapids and the Knights. O'Shea across the timeline. Franklin with great defense there. They get the pass over. Jackson to McDonough. Kick out Coggeshall. Corner Thomason. Almost lost it in the corner. McDonough with it now. He'll drive. Kick it out. Coggeshall for 3. It's good. Michael Coggeshall. 45-42. Eagles by 3. Meadowbrook ball. We have exactly 4 minutes left in regulation. Patterson, right side. Is he going to work at the baseline? He sure is. Floater in the lane. Good. Javion Patterson. That's why he has to be in the game in the critical stretch. He can't pick up that 4th foul. 45-44 Eagles. Jackson, Patterson on him. Kick it out. Pass stolen. It's Mason. Alfonso with the left hand. In. And the Monarchs retake the lead. 46-45. 3:25 to go. Down court O'Shea. He's going to lose it from behind. And then he'll tie up Richardson. Held ball. The possession arrow will keep it with the Eagles. O'Shea amends for a mistake extremely quickly. Beal will come in. They're going to get McDonough out, at least for a blow. Give him a quick break. He's got 3 fouls too. O'Shea gets it up top to Thomason on the inbound. Back to Corey. O'Shea looks inside. Pass lost. Got back. Coggeshall shot short. Rebound Coley. Pass tip. Patterson gets it midcourt. And they'll reset. Meadowbrook ball. Timeout. Monarchs with a 1-point lead and the ball. 3 minutes left here at Mills Godwin. We mentioned a moment ago these two teams have visions of March. And in a 5B region where a lot of people are already taking their Sharpie and saying LC Bird and Varina will be the 2 Region 5B competitors. Meadowbrook wants something to say about it. Excuse me. And they have a chance to beat LC Bird in their regular season finale early next week. Mills Godwin put a healthy scare into Varina at Varina before falling January 13th on that Saturday afternoon, 46-42. And Douglas Freeman, in the process of wrapping up a win over Lee Davis right now, they want something to say too. Region 5B going to be a whole lot of fun starting next Friday night. Out of the timeout, Meadowbrook ball up 1. Smith back into the game, gets it to Richardson, around to Mason, now to Franklin. Thought about a 3, instead back to Mason up top. Mason, left side Richardson, Franklin working the baseline, picks up the dribble, gets help from Mason. Every possession critical now. Smith in the corner. He'll look and lose it out of bounds. Excuse me, fans, I apologize. And if I had a Kleenex box right now, like I normally have with me, I would rectify this issue. Coley's going to check back in. Mason will go to the bench right now. Meadowbrook up 1, Eagle ball, under 2:30 to go. Thomason, left wing. Gets a screen, kicks it around. Jackson, O'Shea. O'Shea, double teamed. McDonough back into the game. He's got it. Finds Coggeshall, kicks it back to McDonough. McDonough looking to drive the lane. Left hand, up good. Scott McDonough just knows how to hold on to that pivot foot and do some deft work in the lane. 2 minutes to go. Eagles up 147-46. Patterson takes it up top, looks inside, left side instead to Richardson. Richardson around. They get it to Patterson, right side. Javion up top, Richardson, whip it around to Franklin. Moses will drive, and he's going to get tied up. No, they're going to call a foul. They're going to call Thomason for his second. One-point game, Meadowbrook ball. Only 3 team fouls on the Eagles. Inbound, 3 ball, partially blocked. Shot on the rebound by Coley, goes in and out, but he gets fouled, and now Thomason has 3. And Coley's going to get to go to the line. The 3-point attempt by Richardson was partially blocked, but it came underneath the rim as well as the net into the hands of Coley, and his dead-on shot rolled around and out. His first free throw, however, is good, and that's Tyrone's first point since early on in the game. We're tied at 47, 1:32 to go. Second shot. In and out, no good. Rebound, McDonough topped away from him, and a foul. They'll get Mason on the reach-in. That's his first. And the 5th team foul, so it'll be a throw-in for Godwin. No free throws yet, no bonus yet, and 1:30 left in regulation. They get the inbounds to McDonough. McDonough will work it up, give it to Thomason. They cut off O'Shea. Bradley with it, tie game, 1:20 to go. Bounce pass in. Out of bounds. It's going to stay with Godwin as McDonough got double teamed, tried to hit Thomason on the cut toward the basket. It went off of Bradley, but then off of Monarch and out of bounds. O'Shea to take it out. Timeout. Mills, Godwin. So a game of the week. Game reset. Send out right now on Twitter on both Chesterfield Sports and Henrico Sports. Don't forget, hey, if you don't follow us yet on Twitter, you should be. We'd love to have you. Hyperlocal coverage you'll only find from the RVA Sports Network. In Henrico County, your favorite schools there, follow Henrico Sports. In Chesterfield County, it's Chesterfield Sports, or the letter C Field Sports. That's the letter C, Field Sports. In Hanover County, it's at Hanover Sports. And if you want news on high school basketball, high school sports in the city of Richmond, Tri-Cities, surrounding counties, private schools, plus the latest on VCU, U of R, the Squirrels, the Kickers, NASCAR, and everything going on in the Richmond area. It's sports-wise, plus traffic, weather, and what you're talking about. The RVA Sportsnet. That's at the RVA Sportsnet on Twitter. And we thanks a lot of followers joining us yesterday on National Signing Day. We thank you for being a part of our Twitter network. Out of the timeout, Eagles have the ball underneath. 47 all, 76 ticks left in regulation. They get it inbounds to Thomason. Over to O'Shea. Franklin picks him up. Gets a screen around Patterson to McDonough. McDonough back to Thomason. Thomason picks up the dribble. Jackson hands it off to Coggeshall under a minute to go. He's double teamed. Get it to Jackson. Somebody had to be open. McDonough is. Get it to him. He'll whip it back to Thomason up top. 50 to go in the regulation. 47 all. And we're going to get a foul. Foul's going to be on Richardson of Meadowbrook. I believe he pushed O'Shea, who was trying to cut toward the basket. 6 fouls, so the next one is a bonus. McDonough gets the pass, open, cutter, Thomason up, back iron, no. Coley with the board. Thomason steals the outlet pass. What did Bradley do right there? Fantastic awareness by Thomason. 30 left in the game. This is it, fans. Thomason driving the lane. Left hand up. No, McDonough rebound. Foul. Oh, my. The Eagles are so gritty. The foul is on Coley. It'll be his second. 7 team fouls, but this is a 2-shot situation. As McDonough was on the midst of going back up to try to put it in. First shot. In and out, no good. But he'll get one more to try to retake the lead. And Coach Oliver wants a 30-second timeout to talk about what do we do? XYZ. All right, Godwin gets Freeman at Freeman tomorrow night, and Freeman will come victorious from this evening. Douglas Freeman, 51, Lee Davis, 29. Great defensive performance tonight for the Rebels. Here we have one free throw coming for Scott McDonough with 21.3 seconds left in regulation. 47-47. One shot coming. It's up. Back iron. And in. Oh, talk about a kind roll. 1 point game. 17 seconds. Up top, Richardson. He gets it back. O'Shea on him. Over to Patterson. His shot. Front iron, no. Long rebound. Saved by Godwin. Under 5 to go. O'Shea trying to dribble it out, and he'll get fouled with 2.4 seconds left. They can't win it here. Patterson will commit his 4th personal foul. They can hit both free throws, and it would still be a 3-point game. And Meadowbrook could throw it the length of the court, try to heave up a 3-point prayer and force overtime. So we're not done here, fans. We're not done. As we quickly get out a tweet to our fans following us tonight on both Henrico Sports and Chesterfield Sports on Twitter. And what momentum it would be for Godwin to go into the Lions' Den tomorrow night over at their arch rival Freeman, off a big win over a team that's currently seated ahead of them, third in Region 5B. Godwin fifth, trying to get in the top four so they can host a quarterfinal next Friday night. So it's not two shots coming. It's a 1-1 for Corey O'Shea. But if he misses, they've got to hurry. First shot, good. One more will make it a 3-point game. That shot is up and no good, and Meadowbrook calls time. 2.1 seconds left. 2.1 seconds. And they got to go the length of the floor. Well, we picked a good one, didn't we, fans? We had a feeling that this could be a very, very interesting game. And our thanks to Tom Nadeau and coaching staff and everybody here at Mills Godwin. They make us feel so welcome here. We really appreciate their hospitality and the opportunity to come back and bring you what's been a fantastic game of the week here tonight on the RBA Sports Network. And do we have a miracle finish? Do you throw it the length of the floor? Do you try to get it to midcourt and then throw up a three? Where do you set the screen? Who inbounds the ball? Looks like Patterson's going to do those honors. They got Mason, Franklin, Richardson, Coley. The starting five is in. And here we go. 2.1. They got to get the ball in. Coley has it. Got to hurry. Throws up a prayer. Off the rim. No good. And Mills Godwin survives. 49-47. What a finish and what a game. Eagles win their 14th game of the year. They're now 14-6. Meadowbrook falls to 12-8. But it's not the records that matter. It's the power points and your average that matter. Meadowbrook now precarious in their positioning for maybe hosting a quarterfinal next Friday. Mills Godwin, step one complete in trying to get out of the 5 seed up into the top 4 and try to host a quarterfinal next Friday night. Next step, they got to go to Freeman tomorrow night and beat their arch rivals on their home floor. Douglas Freeman is currently the number 4 seed. So Meadowbrook 3, Freeman 4, Godwin 5. How does that pan out after tonight's action? And especially after tomorrow, Meadowbrook with 1 game left against LC Bird, Godwin's with 2. They got Freeman tomorrow night, and they got Maggie Walker coming up next Tuesday. Fans, been a great one, and glad you've been with us for this special edition of the Game of the Week. Final one more time. Mills Godwin 49 and Meadowbrook 47. Tonight's Game of the Week broadcast an exclusive presentation of the RBA Sports Network and solely intended for the private non-commercial use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of tonight's broadcast of the Game of the Week without the express written consent of HCS Media LLC is strictly prohibited. Fans, final Game of the Week basketball tomorrow night, doubleheader, 6 Eastern. The Battle of Hanover County, right in the heart of Hanover. It'll be the Hawks and Raiders. Hanover at Atlee. We're courtside at Atlee for senior night tomorrow night. Doubleheader. Girls will kick it off at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Rob Witham saying thanks so much for being with us. Again, your final score. Mills Godwin 49, Meadowbrook 47. Good night from the RBA Sports Network.